Plotted the downfall of the Cats knew how high the stakes were and how great the reward was. But for all their effort, the strongest hand won.
In fairness to the players, you know, they carried the battle to Kilkenny that evening. It was a great game for the neutrals. There was a tremendous atmosphere there, and it was just a pity to lose it. You're playing what is now rated the greatest hurling team of all time, and they haven't been beaten in championship hurling since 2005. They're an extraordinary team with an extraordinary manager. They've set an incredible standard, but the challenge is to get up to the level that where they are. They're not going to come back to us, certainly voluntary, and you know, that's a huge challenge, but I think it's a challenge that both the Galway team management and the players will embrace in 2010.
I'll be your man. I'll be your man. Yeah.
In the Leinster final, while everybody expected us to get hammered, I suppose, you know, we were beaten by 2 goals. Deservedly, Kilkenny may have had another gear, but I think in every game this year Kilkenny came back to the pack a little bit, so everybody maybe got a bit closer to them than the previous year. I think they're just the best team I have ever seen anyway, and I can go back, I suppose, to the, showing me age here now, to the mid to late 70s, that great Clare team that beat Kilkenny in 2 league finals. I just think they're the best team I've seen in that time, and the best panel of players for certain.
I'll be your man. I'll be your man. Yeah.
I honestly believe that it was a game on the day that we could have got more out of. Maybe if we believed a small bit more that we could win it, it was there for the winning, in my opinion. The fact that they've done 4 in a row speaks for itself. They're an incredible bunch. They don't come along too often with an incredible manager. So they are, and I think it'll be very hard for any team in the future to come near what they have achieved.
I'll be your man. I'll be your man. Yeah.
All Ireland finals, I only remember for one thing, and that's the winners. And you know, people say, "Oh, look, you know, you came close," but at the end of the day, we came up short, and you know, we're disappointed with that. In the finish, Kilkenny were well on top in the last 5 minutes, and I suppose, you know, the 2 goals in quick succession was a real killer blow for us, and we never really recovered from that. Brian's an exceptional manager. He's got an exceptional, you know, backroom team behind him. He's got an exceptional group of players playing the game for him. You know, Kilkenny really have, you know, as I said, to go 4 years unbeaten in championship really is, you know, it's something that we all got to look up and stand back and say, wow.
I'll be your man.
Now, one of the great Kilkenny hurling legends is with me here, DJ Carey. DJ, Owen Heary spoke about how mentally difficult it is to keep going. Is there another All-Ireland in this team, do you think?
Well, certainly it'll be hard to beat this. You know, I think in Kilkenny we're incredibly lucky that with a combination player and manager, and then if the players have the jersey, they want to hold on to it, and that's why I suppose over the last 6 or 7 years in particular, Kilkenny have, you know, gone very hard in the league and the championship, and have won both. So,
if they're going to be beaten, who do you think can beat them?
Well, you know, I suppose if you look at the All-Ireland final, Tip would be #1 contenders, and you know, they've come out of 3 or 4 years of having a very good minor team. You know, Galway have an incredible talent in Joe Canning. Now they have to put a complete team together around him. We've had great strides from Dublin, but you know, I suppose really we need Cork coming back into it as well. They had a bad start to the year, and I suppose they're really the 3 or 4 teams who are going to contend
to try and take the title away from the greatest team, probably Kilkenny. Let's go back to Michael.
Thanks, Des. And joining me next here on the panel, we have cyclist Philip Duignan. We also have top jockey Barry Geraghty. We were looking a minute ago there at Galway manager John McIntyre, talking to the dealer man there in that little interview. But from a Galway's point of view, OK, the All-Ireland is eluding you. But from Portumna's point of view, you're at the top in hurling and hope to be there again this year coming.
Yeah, well, at the minute in the club hurling scene, we're very lucky at the moment. We've an unbelievable club team, great panel. We're a very good club. You know, we've got a great bunch of players after coming on board. So at recent times it's been very good, you know, and we've been really enjoying it.
Real determination, I presume, in Portumna to win that All-Ireland again?
Yeah, well, it always is, you know. It's a goal of ours to see can this 3 in a row be achieved, you know, and there's 4 good teams there. We've been there. They've all been there now, so they have a couple of times. So we're playing Dunline now in February, so we're very hopeful.